Hey, it's Gav here behind the Beats of Ireland, and I'm here with.
Icon.
Icon.
You have to bring like the mic up a bit just to let you know. Anyways, and I'm here today to interview you. Are you prepared for this?
Not really, no. We didn't get any questions.
Okay, I'll start off the base. So, what brought you all together?
Um, I'll take this one.
Yeah.
I started the band as my own stuff, as Aro actually, and I wanted to turn it into a live band. So I started recruiting people. I think Paul, you were first, and I think Sean McCormack, then Killian maybe, then Viacra, then you, then Martin. Big band.
You asked on my birthday.
Yeah,
As gift.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
And
also
then-
asked me on Pierre's birthday.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's like
crazy.
so romantic.
I know, right?
There it goes.
And from that, I wanted it to be a live band, but I thought we sounded really good, so now we're not a live band, and now we're just a band.
What made you steer away from the live?
Because I didn't want it to be called Icon Live Band. To be honest,
If you don't mind me asking, was that actually the name? It was going to be Icon Live.
it was gonna be. I mean, it was gonna be Icon Live Band. I mean, or Arthur Tierney Live Band. That's rough.
But like, yeah, you
Doesn't
took out
really-
the live part. But are you actually ever going to perform live?
June 1st.
Oh, no.
June 1st.
Is this like the first time exposing it,
Wait,
or
are
is
we
this
allowed
like?
to say this?
I don't think we are, but
I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
look, the interview. This is like previews of Into the Big,
there's
songs.
another thing. Like at first, I think at first we were gonna just be like session musicians for Arthur's project, but then we started playing, and we started like writing songs, and that's when we said, "Oh shit, we should like start writing songs." Yeah, we said we should like start writing songs instead of just using like Arthur's old project. We're still gonna do some like Arthur's songs, but we're writing more and more. So it's now like a whole like a different thing, just like related to AIKON, and it still sounds like very AIKON. Icon.
Did you actually still say it wrong?
Yep, yeah.
Just when you're talking about like you're doing a lot of artist stuff, do you let them bring in their own material as
Yeah,
well?
I've taken I'd like to think that I've taken a step back from being I want to be less of a band leader, more of like a band pointer, direction pointer. They're short, yeah. Well, I want to have a say in the direction and my own parts, to be honest.
Well, that's
I think
good that
that's-
you just like allow people to have creative thoughts in the band instead of just one person, taking it all over.
Yeah.
For all is, where does the influence come from?
We just
You've influences?
Your music?
My music.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. My influences. Well, I think everyone can hear from our recordings. BCNR is a very huge one. And then what's another one for us? Godspeed You, Black Emperor. Yeah, definitely. You're being wrong.
Well,
it's okay.
Anyway,
okay, we'll keep that in.
yeah.
That's color.
Martin, you want to go?
Probably my man,
What are
that.
your influences?
I think that in what we're doing right now for Icon, it's very like Pink Floyd and Grateful Dead, at least the bass parts.
Yeah.
But then it's like kind of proggy at points.
Yeah, Paul Sampson.
So it's like I don't know, like kind of math rock in a way, but then also like avant-garde classical composers, just like screeching eerie noises, just like I don't know, yeah.
I think parts of it are math rock,
Yeah.
but some parts are
It's like
loose.
it's like a weird like squared math rock weird thing. Yeah.
There's like a mix of soft and harder stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah, so there's like, I think everyone has an influence on like the music that they like in the band as well. Like we all kind of have different stuff we enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I would enjoy softer stuff, but some people like Paul would enjoy like math rock. So we kind of try to incorporate a mix of everything.
I think it works well.
Yeah.
Paul.
I like math rock. I like to play the drums, and I think, yeah, everyone brings in a lot of their own influences. Yeah,
yeah.
I actually feel the guitar parts
Yeah.
influenced a lot by like some emo music with like extended chords and stuff. So
Yeah.
we're bringing in a lot from different places and trying
Yeah.
to make one big soup of music.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot.
Okay, dude. No,
These are like forgetting the main man.
I
of
get
this.
bullied. I get bullied in this band. They hate me. No. Obviously, I also share a deep obsession with Black Country New Road with the rest of the band and Godspeed You Black Emperor and like Radiohead and stuff. But I'm kind of the thing I enjoy about all those bands is that they're all known for like really lush, beautiful instrumentation, and then also moments of like disgusting dissonance, like and like stuff that like calls back to like bands like Slint, or like one of my favorite recent ones, Marrying the Junkyard, great band, Black Midi, Squid, early BCNR, whatever. I want to push to do some more of that dissonant shit, but it's so that's what I'm saying.
All right, so now that like you told me about your music tastes, does that ever cause a barrier where you all have different tastes, somewhat, and you're trying to come up with a creative idea, but you can't get through to
I think that happens all the time. It's just more subtle.
it? How do you solve it though?
We make it into different sections. I'll give this to you.
I have an answer.
I have an answer for this because I think everyone assumes that like it would be harder to play something you don't necessarily like than it actually is, because like when you go into when you're like outside of the room listening to music, I could be listening to math rock and go like, ew, why would I ever want to play this? This is disgusting, and I wouldn't think that. But in the hypothetical scenario where I do, but being in a room playing music with people makes it enjoyable. Like you can do genres you hate when you're playing with people you love, and I just said I love you. When you're playing, because the process of making music is enjoyable. I think a lot of the differences in taste that we have are kind of smoothed over by our love for the process, if that makes sense.
Very well
Add
said.
something to it. I think. Damn. I don't know. It's kind of like what Paul was saying, that it's kind of like a big soup of music. Like it's hard to like put like a genre down for any specific like song. Like every single one is like a bit different, because like I don't know if, for example, Bloody Butcher has its own thing, but then like what is it? Ambrosia is like very Killian-y. So yeah, but like it's still like I don't know. Each song has like, depending on who wrote it, has its own vibe without like feeling like distant of the band in a way.
So when it comes to like the process of making the music that you have created, how do you start that off?
Well, okay.
Pass that shit to Paul.
Hold on. Hold on. I think there's a few. I mean, 'cause everyone in the band writes their own music, right? Mostly. So I think we start a song from someone's idea, and well, it's usually guitar, to be honest. So I'll either come to the band with a riff. Well, usually it's me coming to Paul with a riff in school, because we go to the same school. Me, Paul, and Sean McCormick go to the same school, so we'll workshop. Sean McCormick, the saxophonist.
Who isn't here, sadly.
The beautiful saxophonist. I love you, Sean. We'll usually workshop things at school, and then we'll bring it to the band if it's not shit. Often is.
And then, do you want to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Just-
ahead.
Yeah, if we start off with a bass, like Arthur or Killian normally writes, and sometimes Fikra writes like a bass. And I would consider myself sort of like a shepherd. I'm sort of leading the flock of music. Yeah, I help a lot with the structure.
You're the sheepdog.
Yeah, I'm heard. Yeah, because these guys gotta be herded. They're wild and free. Yeah. So we sort of, as a band, we build on to our singular idea as a band altogether.
Can I add
Yeah.
something? It's the thing. Like, I've gone back to our recordings, like our video recordings of our sessions, and it's always the most like not. It's not simple, but like an easy guitar part, like simple, not much stuff to it. And then whenever I digest it, it becomes this nonsensical madness. And then Poe does like some weird shit on it. Then Fiacre on the fucking like the chamber section just like like fucking glitters up on it, and then it ends up being a whole different thing. But then we've also had like instances where we like write together. So like Bloody Butcher, that was written like as opposed to the other songs that was written like in the room, and it was just I was just like fucking around with my pedal and stuff, and then yeah, it's like
you weren't there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then for some reason it's always this like where it begins being like very guitar centric, but then I try to like in like I believe it's like 3 songs that I have like helped to write like what the chamber section does at parts, like to give it like more dynamics and stuff, to like actually make the song become a song more than an idea. And I think that's like why the chamber section is so helpful, because it allows like the bass to really like live up in its own like complex like thing. I don't know. Yeah, in its world, in its own dimension, without it being like distant from the other parts or instruments.
Yeah.
That's like good to hear, honestly. Like you have a great like base to start off with, and then it just expands out. Now, one of the questions. Now, I don't know if you would have this, but do you have any goals set for this band?
A lot of gigs. A lot of it's well. This is an art rock band, so it
We are.
kind of I do have ideas for Icon branching out further than music,
I mean videos, right?
videos,
Yeah.
other things. I won't get into it, but uh,
Icon movie coming.
Icon movie.
now.
I'll be like the
I-
no. I'll be like the first person to watch this.
Yeah.
Biggest fan.
Icon biopic.
Thank you. Yeah, but definitely a lot of gigs. Definitely a lot of weird things with gigs. A lot of experimenting.
Yeah.
A lot of strange songs. A lot of long songs. A lot of short songs. A lot of weird lyrics. A lot of shouting. You know, a lot of wearing drag on stage. You know, stuff like that. They're kind of the goals for Icon. I think. Anyone else want to answer?
Um, have fun, make music, and make love. Not in a sexual way, but like make
Yeah.
love, like make love through music. Okay, I'll stop.
He's trying to say he wants to be really good friends with all of us, and he appreciates being around us. Be a great speaker, please. Listen. Here's the thing. I hate violin. I never want to see another violin in my life. I hate guitars. I hate drums. I hate everything. The only thing that I love in this life is writing. I want to write like the most brain melting concept album physically possible. Like I want it to be big and long. No, hold on. As I want to write something as I want to be. I want Icon to be the best band on the world, and if we aren't, I'll off myself and everyone else in the band. Okay, that sums it up.
Right.
All right, we'll move on to the fan questions.
Yeah.
Okay, first fan question we had was: are there any songs in the works or any new songs you are writing?
A lot.
Like 20. Like a lot.
And do you
Yeah.
and do you think that these will be and do you think that these will be out soon, or do you think these are going to be like a work in progress where it'll take up a
So
good while?
I think
Don't spoil anything.
I won't spoil anything, but I think so on the Spotify right now. It's just all my stuff, right? It's just me and my laptop and shit. And I think there will be one more EP of just me, because I do have fucking hundreds of songs on my laptop that's just me. But then after that, I think we will record something probably in BIM. You know, we'll slide our way into BIM somehow into the recording studio.
Is this like a paid sponsorship by BIM?
Could be sponsor us.
That sounds good. Anyways,
Yeah, and then I think we can do a whole album as a band after that.
that actually does sound very interesting. I am excited to hear this. Next question: the favorite song you wrote?
Oh, this could be different for everyone.
Shit.
Uh,
Are we doing like uploaded AIKON or like
no,
now AIKON?
everything.
I really love Ambrosia because it's like the type of song that I enjoy the most, and it's just different to what we've written so far, and it's really unique, and I really love it.
Come back to me. Hold on.
Fuck yeah.
Bruh. I would have to say Ambrosia as well. It's a fun like catchy pop song with like a proggy like mathy sort of journey, and it's very fun to play on drums. I do a lot of like little bits, and I like my little bits.
Drum part is so good. Holy shit.
I Ambrosia is like the favorite right now, but my heart will always lie with Bloody Butcher. It makes me feel things in my balls that no other song we have makes me feel. Anyway,
I was gonna say Bloody Butcher until you said that.
Did you say
Um,
that? Two people said Ambrosia.
Yeah,
You
it's
did right.
either Bloody Butcher or Devoted.
Oh yeah,
Devoted's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. For me, it's either not captivated, claptivated, because that's different.
Yeah.
It's in the minor, or Room 4111, which no one said yet.
I mean, it's a classic. I feel like you just got so used to it.
It's
Yeah.
I'm just playing the same thing. I fucking love it. I don't have to stop. I just keep playing, and then everyone else stops, and I just keep playing. And it's so easy. It's great.
The next question was already asked, but it was like, who was your music inspirations? But I'm just gonna mention that because the person that put up.
Yeah.
And the last question, which he isn't here to answer this, why is the sax player so hot?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Nobody knows.
Probably genetics.
Don't have to with his confidence.
Probably the fact that he dresses like a hippie in the 60s. That's most of it, I think.
It was Sean that asked that question, yeah. And I was like to him, I was like, look, I'll be very nice to you and I'll put the question in, even though I wasn't going to originally, but I was like, just have a laugh with
Yeah.
this.
He's not even here.
I know, that's what's, no, because when you told me like who was coming, I was like, oh, is Sean gonna be here? And you said no, I was like, what am I gonna do now with this question?
Wait, should we call him? For him to answer that shit.
Like having a mini break on the interview just to call this Sean for
I'll call him.
the entire
Okay, get the entire
Give me the White House. We need
By the way, you do know this is going to be up on the interview as well, this part?
Yeah.
Like, all of this isn't being edited. Well, some of it might be edited, but...
Why is the sax player so hot?
Who put that there? I actually forgot about that.
You're on tape.
Why is he, guys? Start naming features. Go on.
We said that it's because the fact that you dress like a 60s hippie.
I'll take that. I respect that.
And then somebody said genetics.
Take that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
But you say something. Oh, fucking hell.
Video calling.
Video calling.
You're on a roof right now?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
answer
we are.
now. All right. You're on camera.
I'm just in a forest somewhere.
Be on YouTube.
You're recorded. Come on, speak. Why is the sax player so hot?
That embouchure, dude. That embouchure. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that man.
All right. That was it. That's the
That was
only
it?
question we had for you. Yeah.
Oh, hell no. All right, enjoy the interview, I guess.
All right. Cheers.
All right, see you.
Well, at least we got him on call,
Yeah.
And we'll finish off with one last question. Do you have any advice for musicians?
Right.
I think we say
oh,
first.
thank you. Make music. Don't just do it. Don't get in your head about it. Just make music. Not like record it. Just do it. Like get a guitar, steal a guitar, sing. Record yourself on your phone singing, and then overlay it on a free like video editing app. Just like do anything. Make music. Don't wait.
Make friends who are better at music than you, and then steal their ideas and take credit for them. That's basically what I've done.
I wrote Captivated with my guitar and CapCut. I used CapCut. Really.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I really respect that,
worked.
honestly.
That's what I was saying.
Advice?
Join a band.
Join a band. I think I have one more piece of advice, and that's one thing I said at the Como interview as well. But it's to learn how to improvise on your instrument. If you play an instrument, just learn how to improvise. If you can improvise, then you can then you can be useful in a band. And if you're useful in a band, then your band will go far. So if someone comes to you with a riff and you're able to play a third up from them, then you're then you're adding something useful to that. And then or even if you can solo over it or solo half the time, because you don't want to join a band with someone that just solos over everything you play. That would suck. But yeah, just learn to improvise on your instrument, and I think that's one of the most important things you can do.
Oh wait, that's my brother. I have a walkie-talkie app, and my brother just dials me at random times.
Wait, wait, does he know that the interview's going on right now?
He does not know. Oh, okay, I muted him. My bad. That's so funny.
Look, he'll be YouTube famous.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, just write songs, record songs, practice your scales, and find joy and inspiration in mundane things. Yeah.
Right, honestly, thank you for the advice. This is Gavin from Behind the Beats of Art, and this was
AIKON! Thank you so much.